Hello, welcome to another Studio Central Facebook Live art demo. For those that don't know or need to be reminded, Studio Central is a part of ArtBait, which is a nonprofit organization that believes in using art as a tool to help with mental wellness and mental health challenges. So we offer a 6-month artist residency over at ArtBeat, and then across the hall at Studio Central, I'm not pointing at it, that's the wrong building, at Studio Central is our urban art studio for anyone 18 plus to come and make art. And right now we are over at Upbeat, which is our gallery and boutique of alumni art. So I'm going to flip the camera around to Kate and she can introduce what we're doing today. Then I'm going to disappear for a bit and leave Kate with the live.
Hi everyone, happy Friday, and it's our live today, our Friday live demonstration that is supposed to be very exciting because the Mother's Day is coming on Sunday, and I do not know if someone connects it or not. I personally do not connect it, but there are a lot of cat moms in Winnipeg, so we're painting cats today, and I brought the photograph of my pet, Ace. So this is one, this is another one that they printed out.
Oh, little loaf cat.
Little loaf cat. And then I have a book of Days Cats by Rhoda Notridge, and it has so many great images and photographs of cats. If someone has this book, there is a lot of references that we can find here from different.
Can I steal a cat image and I'll work on it over at Studio Central?
I can give you the book if Megan is not going to use the book.
I'm liking the.
You like Ace?
Yeah,
Yes,
I like it.
absolutely.
I like this one, the loaf cat.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
That's what I was thinking of painting too. And then for Megan, do you want to choose either one of these?
Actually, I have a picture of my puppy that I might try.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I have the book of cats here, and actually we're leaving it for one of the next workshops. I printed the image of one of our artist dog.
Oh.
His name is Bobo, and he is the Samoyed dog.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
very handsome.
That's so cute.
So when we have more artists here, I'd like to pay more attention
it's
to
gonna
that,
be
but-
more of a quiet day today.
But we have only 2 people, and I'm painting Ace,
Yeah.
and Megan has her own.
No one can get enough of animal art.
Right? There are too many animals to love in this
So we
world.
don't need the book then? All right. All right, so I'm painting Ace, and then today we're not have artists that we're talking about, ArtBeat artist, and today is a little bit of a special day because I wanted to share my personal treasures. So I would be talking a little bit about what I have and artists that I know. So it's following last live demonstration. I made something like this, which is quite interesting to work on a disc. I never managed to make it exactly even. And
I'm just jealous I wasn't part of that.
these are the
Those
2
gorgeous.
that I finished too. So these 2 are going in our rock garden right after the live. Oh, actually, I can pass it with Oli. Oli can leave them there because Oli is leaving. Marisa is not there at Studio Central today, so Oli is taking over.
Yes.
And it's me and Megan that are staying here.
Yeah, but-
Next Friday, we have a very special guest. Everyone would be excited to see this guest. Okay, so I'm passing this to Oli. Also, this is a gift to my friend that is going to be drilled. I'm going to drill a hole in it, and it's going to go in the window, I believe. All right, I want to talk a little bit about my personal treasures, and I mentioned one artist last time. We have a great rock community in Winnipeg, and when I say great, it's bigger than you think. And rock artists can belong to various groups. One of the main groups that started the earliest is Winnipeg Rocks. I believe it's the first group that ever was in Winnipeg, and there were several rock groups that sprouted by interest, by artist, by community. That depends on what artists want to show. Some rock groups, artists who want to be a little bit bigger than just rocks, and go in different directions. There is another group on Facebook that is more than just rock art. But these are beautiful mandalas or dotted art, depending on how you see it. This is a mandala from Candace Paskeruk, and this is the mandala from here. So these rocks are handmade. One was a gift for Valentine's. You see these hearts, you see this beautiful pattern, and usually it's cement that people use, and Watercolour is the one that usually is recommended. I personally never tried any of that. So these two are my personal treasures. One artist, Dusty Richardson, created beautiful pieces with dotted tools, and I just don't own any of this because they were planted in my garden or seeded. So they were taken from the garden that I was putting the pieces in to take. This is the beautiful art piece from Barbara Samson, and that's the back of it. And she is taking care of Winnipeg Rocks group.
Awesome.
And my friend Michelle actually bought this rock. So not all the rocks are for hiding or for gifting. Some artists actually make and sell rocks, or paint and sell rocks, and then make, paint and sell rocks. Okay, I was there all over. And this is from Jennifer Nakonechny. And if you are looking for something like that, I can recommend the group. It's called Winnipeg Art Auction on Facebook. And you can go in that group, you can join and buy. It's very quick usually. They give a couple days, and some auctions are a little bit longer, but my friends buy from there and gift. So this is, if you're looking for a great gift for Mother's Day, that might be the option too.
Sometimes we have some here as well, if the artists have made any for sale.
And definitely we can recommend our store, our bead store. Come here, buy art. Always, you can always find something in a different range of prices. And Megan has beautiful butterflies.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, those are great for Mother's Day.
They're perfect, I think.
Well, just
a great
a cute little whimsicality. That's what I like to share.
And then we got boxes from Chloe, we got paintings, we got pottery, crocheted items from Christine Girard, all kind of jewelry, Megan Brown, Laura Roberts. We have Ariel Sinega's pieces in a different location, got my own jewelry. We got Faye and her stand of kumihimo bracelets. Of different kinds.
And her book of poetry too.
And book of poetry.
Yeah.
Poetry is great. And also we have a couple of CDs from Graham Natuk. We got all kind of things that are perfect for a small gift or an addition, and also definitely bigger items such as paintings and stained glass from Chris Johnson.
Okay.
All right.
Point the camera at the workspace. Feel free to move
Yeah, so
it.
I'm just setting. This paper is quite thick. Thanks, Ollie. See you later. So
Thank you.
this is quite thick paper for
that is.
Megan. This is from Amazon, but if you're looking to purchase in Winnipeg, Artist Emporium, Michael's, and stores that sell art supplies are the best choice. Okay, the little loaf. So what we're doing today is quite simple. Also, I'm going to work on this rock. This is Happy Mother's Day rock, but it's not finished, and it would go in the kindness garden that we have here. And I'm going to seal it. It's not going to be resin. I want it to go out today, so it's going to be sealed at Studio Central with the sealants that they have there. All right. So these two are for me. Megan brought your own. So actually the can I got last time, I still cannot open it at home, and it still has that water inside. I tried. I'll try again when I come back home. All right, so we can work with a little cute jar. We're out of peach jam. We got some water. All right.
I don't know if I should be trying to do a colorful puppy, or if I should maybe try and do something else colorful, because I don't know how good I'm gonna be able to get those
I would
colors.
just just keep it as an exercise. Just don't
Thinking about it, so I've got all of these as well.
I would not give any recommendations here. Just do what you can.
Do what we feel.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to work with just black, and then I'm going to add eyes and little detail. I'm not sure if I want to go into detail too much. I was not planning anything too detailed at all. And I'm going to use one of the brushes here. Let's see. Is this the one I want to use? That might do. All right. So let's start our watercolor going. Alright. He's a very cute cat. Very cute.
I might need to borrow one of those finer ones from you.
Oh yeah,
I just realized these ones were all pretty.
Go through the whole thing and choose.
Thank you so much. Yeah, all you viewers out there, I just realized the brushes that I decided to bring today are kind of funky ones. I don't know if you could see all those tips there, but I didn't realize it when I grabbed them. I was like, ooh, I have a whole collection of them here. No, a little bit different than needed.
He is very cute. You cannot really see the tail because tail goes underneath the chair.
So cute. What's his personality like?
Lazy. It's all cats. No, it's not personality. It's normal for cats.
It sure is.
That he is still quite young. He's 2 years old. He's turning 3 in September.
Oh.
So he still likes playing, and
That's perfect.
he's interested in all kind of things. But the most, the personality is actually, I'd say he's super lovable. From the point, like he comes and demands pets.
No.
Like he would say it's wrong when someone doesn't.
Could you imagine denying that face pets? Yeah. I can't imagine that.
Yeah. And actually I was surprised yesterday he didn't come to, like usually he comes when I go to bed and meows, so I pet him before he goes to sleep too.
Yeah.
She's very cute. He would go into each room, whatever is opened, but he likes my room because I don't close the door because of him.
Yeah.
And my kids would close the door when they go to bed. And it's just because of the little guy that wants to go out to use washroom.
No.
He's not little anymore.
No.
He's quite big. He's quite a big cat.
I have 2 cats and a puppy. And the 2 cats are senior citizens, and they like to generally be left alone, but one of them puts up with the puppy. Well, I guess he's a little older than a puppy now, but he'll forever be a puppy because he's tiny. I don't know if you can see this. Forgive my phone and my my screen protector's all cracked, but my phone itself isn't. I don't know if that's visible, but there we go. That's my puppy, and yes, he's wearing a little outfit in that picture. He gets really, really cold. I was never going to be one of the types of people that dressed up my dog every day, but he likes it, so we kind of have just gone with that. It's pretty cute.
Okay, so I'm just going with a sketch for now, and then I would be able to put a thicker layer of paint here and there. And also I'm using a wet wipe to clean the brush, and I do not have to clean the brush in between, but Megan would need to probably.
Thank you.
Yeah, for other colors.
Yeah.
But I still use it for cleaning my fingers. And, Okay.
I'm usually not great at drawing figures and things because I'm not very good with the fine motor type things, but.
And you know, if you look at how I draw, I'm so used to freehand, and I do not really like measuring myself. I'm not used to measuring. It's not that there was a restriction or something, no measurement, that's it. It's just that it's the way it goes, and usually when artists feel that, you know, it's not an urge. I don't want to call it an urge anyhow. It's just do you have a word for it?
It's just sort of. It's just the way that we function, right?
You know, there is sometimes that feeling that you have energy.
Yeah.
And plus, you know, for me it's different just because I went through mental health condition that was severe. It's not as severe anymore. I still have the diagnosis. I still have that all, but I can function. But it's just getting easily tired and running out of energy when you don't really expect it because it's too short, right? So you just get up. You don't have the feeling that you're like fresh and have energy to start the day. It takes a way longer time to start over. Like it's not like that now. It's still there, but not as much. So it would be hard for me to start and feel like I can do anything until evening sometimes. And now I get up, I come to work, and I do things. So it feels different, definitely. Yeah, so I would say this is something that is really hard to not connect to my functioning. So when I think about art, it was said many times, do what you love. Yeah. But when you are going through a severe depression episode or a psychotic episode, you don't feel like you can function. Have one task for a longer time than like many other people can settle, and you just cannot. You do something, get up, and either come back to it, either not. But it doesn't take a long time. So there were like 1 5-minute sketches. Some started taking longer, 15 minutes. Then I started attending the Studio Central. So the workshop lasts 2 hours. It was hard for me to last for 2 hours somewhere without a good break. So in my belief, taking a good break is always a good idea.
Absolutely.
And some artists can go on for 2 hours straight. I cannot.
Right. Like I completely empathize with that because with my medical struggles that I'm going through, that I think that's what causes the majority of my mental health struggles is my medical. And you know, I used to be very prolific in my art creation. That was something that I loved doing at a very fast pace. And then when my health started getting bad, I started having more difficulty creating art at a pace that I was used to. So it took a lot out of me. It was you know, disheartening, and you know, it really did a number on my mental health. So I completely understand that some days you have it in you to create fantastical things, or at least your mind is creating these fantastical things. And then other days you just don't have it in you, and that's okay too. I think it's just part of the mental health journey that we face, and it says a lot that we still love art, even if we only have several days here and there that we're able to create it.
And it's also about the space. And why would you attend a workshop? Some people actually want to learn something new, but it's more of, in the beginning, it's easier to start when you have an idea what you're doing, and it's harder to start at home. But for people who have went through, say, classes, it's a different story, because it's easy to start something, but it's hard to actually maintain sometimes for a long time.
Yeah.
It's how you
Consistency.
keep your energy, because it ends way quicker than you expect, especially when it's art and you focus. You do not realize how many people over focus without feeling it, and people with this condition are way more sensitive to focusing over. It overwhelms easier and quicker.
Yeah.
And yes, so it can be a challenge. And it's not about that type of focusing when you look at something. It's when you start thinking. You try to not think.
Hyper focus.
It's a different focus completely when you do not think about anything. So it's easier, and your mind is busy with hearing things. So people who hear voices, they would not have anything connected to art even, but it's just there, so it might be a distraction or a change.
Yeah, there could be mindfulness. It could be a mindfulness meditation. It could be you know, when you're literally just sort of evicting all the other thoughts from your mind for a little while.
And sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you feel empty-headed.
Yeah.
Especially, again, people who hear voices are never feeling like it. Might feel that it's overwhelming just because some periods of time you feel like you need to take action, and which action, I don't know what it is about. So it just gets to creating art or something usually. But for me, it was just a sudden, I need to do it, right? And it's justified, but to explain it, that would take extremely hard time for me to figure this one out. So I cannot explain it just because it just, I know. Yeah, so then with time people learn how to explain things. Not everyone, it takes a long time and years sometimes. Yeah. But for me, you know, some things do not require explanation, but when you went through a period of time that got like, it's a lot of confusion. Oh, sorry. I actually did okay.
No, you're okay.
I did not press on anything wrong.
Yeah. It was my phone just kind of processed something there. Maybe more than we did. It's funny.
So what I'm doing here, I'm working with layers. I'm going to put the first layer in the spots that look the darkest, and then leave them there. And then I'm going for another layer. So it's layering, but more than one layer, definitely, because it's watercolor. Plus I want to work a little bit more on some details. I don't know if I actually want to. I see. Again, I never know what I can feel in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's the way it goes. Okay, so the chair is actually way shorter here. But I don't know if I actually want to detail anything. I can just leave it. Something like this might be enough for a sketch, for a painting. And then it just goes till here, and then there we go. Something like that. Oh. Print of blue, like how, okay, so this paint is actually, yeah, we would need to clean it because I touched it spots. I can definitely repaint it after, and I could use acrylic, so don't worry about it too much, but it's just that it's sticky underneath for some reason. Okay. And it's my first time ever working with black watercolor. And actually using it for inside. I usually use lighter colors, and it's the first time I went for darker image.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with watercolor either. Well, watercolor altogether, but the black is really interesting to play with. I'm used to acrylic when I do paint, but I've been trying to play with this. I kind of use my watercolor like it's acrylic, so it doesn't quite come out the way most watercolors come out.
I feel like I'm doing well because Ace is my favorite.
No.
I never called myself a cat mom, but he's like a baby. And my mom is turning 75 next.
Oh, wow.
It's Thursday.
Oh, happy birthday to her.
Yeah. So what is going to be, we're going to go out. So for Mother's Day, we actually do not go out. But we would go out next weekend, because I usually we just merge it a little bit. Even I could order something, or I could maybe cook something special, which I'm not really good at. But
it's funny, we all have our fields of expertise. Some of us cook, some of us order in.
You know, I like food that I don't cook.
That is
if I cook, it's something my kids would eat and my mom would like, but it's not something I personally like. And we have very different tastes. It was hard for us to actually go somewhere and have the same good, feel. Okay, I have a white paint marker with me, but I kept it for till after, so we don't need it right now anyway. So if I need to lighten some areas, I can do that. But I'm trying to, okay. So I would put it aside for a little bit after I have the first layer, and we will wrap up, because working in layers can be very interesting if I have the camera directly aimed, but it's not directly aimed in like the way I painted. So we'll just take our time to finish what we're doing, and then we would take several nice photographs and post what we have. But also I'm going to work on this Happy Mother's Day rock and put it in the garden today. Plus I'm not giving my rocks that belong to me, but the couple of rocks are already there, so that's good. So we have supplies for, I brought how many? 2 rocks. That would be the third one. Yeah, so So that's 3 rocks a day, and yes, this is a very busy spot, and I'm grateful to the artist from Studio Central that paint rocks and bring them to the garden, because for me that would be impossible for the whole crowd that is in Portage Place passing by. Would be impossible to actually have it all for everyone. All right, so I would be just evening out the colors. I would show what I have for now, and then we're wrapping up. Okay, so that's what I got so far. Doesn't look like the full image, but it looks like a sketch already.
Yeah, and then this is
this
is what I've started of my puppy. I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's see if I've got the camera at all. There we go. That's the start of my puppy. But just so you can see what kind of a fluff ball he is again. There we go. That's my puppy. His name is Basquiat, so I call him Bosky for short, after the artist. So if you don't know who that is, look up Basquiat. He's pretty cool. But yeah, that's my puppy.
Super cute.
That's the
All
start.
right. So have a very wonderful weekend. Happy Friday, and happy Mother's Day to everyone who celebrates. I think everyone celebrates, but I can be mistaken. And also, if I did not mention everyone. We got way more artists who create beautiful dot art and mandalas that are amazing. I cannot compare them. I just started, and I was never a mandala artist, so I could just do what I could do, and it's not perfect, obviously. So yes, if you want to purchase art again, there are groups that such as Winnipeg Art Auction Group. You can purchase modern rocks. You can submit your own, not submit, but you can post and sell your own art pieces there as well. I never tried myself, so.
And if you've got mental health struggles that you're tackling full head on, you can always apply for our Art Beat residency, and then you can one day, after your residency is finished, you can put your work in here and be part of the Art Beat family. That's always another option.
Raven's show is still there up until the 26th. 26th is the last day. 27th is the tour. So if someone wants to join us and take a tour to Art Beat Studio on 62 Albert, Studio Central, and Upbeat Artwork Store at Portage Place, it's on the 27th, and the Raven's pieces, I believe they're staying for the next day, so people could see them. And happy Friday again, happy good weather finally day, hopefully.
If you have been a mom in any capacity, whether you're a guy, a girl, non-binary, it doesn't matter. If you have been a caregiver, take some time to pamper you this weekend, because you are so important for each and every one of us that is here going through our days. Being a caregiver is one of the most powerful things that a person can be. So thank you for all that you do, and we hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful weekend ahead. Take care. Bye.